In this video, I'll give you the exact blueprint, program and techniques that I use to blow my bench up even as a beginner, and will also reveal secret tips that will help anyone, no matter what age you are, to hit 225 pounds under 8 weeks faster than most during their first year of lifting. My current PR is 365 pounds, and if you bench more than that, you can turn this video off, it's not for you. Phase number 1, technique. Just like you can't build a skyscraper on a weak foundation, you won't be able to hit your bench PR without rock solid technique. That's why the first thing we're gonna do is learn the right bench press technique. Create a curve in your upper back while tucking your shoulder blades in and puffing your chest up. Make sure that your feet, glutes, upper back and head are glued to the bench. Grab the bar slightly wider than your shoulder width and make sure your wrists are stacked over elbows. Lower the bar to your lower chest in a slight diagonal puff. Keep your elbows at 45-degree angle to your torso. Slightly pause the bar on your chest, then explode up using leg drive. Push for your heels and drive the bar back over your eyes. Please make sure your technique is almost perfect before starting to lift heavy, otherwise you will just injure yourself or hit a plateau, either way wasting months of your life. Phase 2, the program. So in this phase we're gonna talk about frequency, split and a very important principle that you need to all combine together for the program to work like a Swiss watch. First, let's talk about the frequency. If you want to hit a PR fast, you can't be benching once or twice a week. That just doesn't work. You need to train like an athlete with the right structure and the right purpose. That's why for the next 8 weeks, you're gonna be benching 3 times a week. The only thing that you can and should change during this period of time is the intensity and maybe some of the exercises. Now let's talk about the split. So each bench day is gonna differ. On day 1, you're gonna focus on your strength, doing low reps with higher weights. On this day, you're gonna do bench press 4 sets to 5 reps, 80 to 90% from your bench press max. Heavy sets train your CNS and your muscles to handle big weights. On day 2, you're gonna focus on your explosive power and technique, doing higher reps and lower weight. On this day, you're doing 2 exercises. One of them is 3 to 1 bench, which means 3 seconds down, 1 second up. And second exercise is 3-second post bench. All of that will improve your explosive power, which is crucial for your bench press PR. And finally, on day 3, you're gonna focus on hypertrophy, because the bigger your muscles are, the more strength potential you have. Very important, you don't need to go till failure on every session, because trust me, with bench press, it just doesn't work. And finally, the principle that you need to use in order to make sure this program even works is progressive overload. Don't overthink it, just make notes of your lifts and increase the weight each week according to the percentage of your 1 rep max. By the way, if you want to get full access to the program for absolutely free, all you have to do is follow my Insta and DM me bench program and I'll send it over. Phase 3, accessory lifts. Alright, so now that you have a perfect technique, your training is structured, it's time to talk about what actually makes the difference, because let's be honest, your chest isn't the only muscle group involved in bench press. So if your triceps are weak, you're gonna stall halfway up. If your back is lazy, you're never gonna maintain the arch during heavy set. And finally, if your shoulders are unstable, you're gonna lack power and you're gonna risk injuring yourself. That's why you need to hit all of these muscle groups at least once a week. Here's a few exercises for each of them. For triceps, do close grip bench press, weighted dips, skull crushes or push downs. A strong back equals more stability and more control during your bench press. Key back exercises are barbell rows, face pulls or pullovers, lat pull downs or pull-ups.
Wait a damn minute.
Your shoulders stabilize the bar. That's why you need to train them with exercises like overhead press, lateral raises and rear delt raises. To get a big bench, you don't just bench more, you build the muscles that are involved in bench. Phase 4, nutrition and recovery. So many people overthink these aspects, but it's very easy. Step number 1, count your calories. You need to be in 300 to 500 calorie surplus and prioritize protein. Step number 2, ideally you have to go to sleep and wake up at the same time, but at least make sure that you get 7 to 9 hours of sleep. Step number 3, supplements. I don't usually take almost any supplements except creatine. In my opinion, it's the most effective one and it's almost the only thing you need. So start taking it 1 or 2 months in advance before hitting your PR. Phase 5, PR day plus secret tips. So we went through all the phases, which means that you're fully ready to hit your biggest PR ever, but except just taking pre-workout, walking to the gym and maxing out on your bench, I've got a few secret tips that no one seems to talk about, but I personally use and which are very effective. Tip number 1 is the deload week. 5 to 7 days before your PR, you need to start deloading, using less weight and doing less volume. Personally, I also take 2 to 3 days completely off before the PR, because in order to use your maximum potential, you need your CNS to be fully recovered. Step number 2 is visualization. Not many people use that, but it actually works. 1 week before your PR, you need to start visualizing your lift in detail. You need to believe in that, and you need to do it with confidence, because the thing is, even if you have the strength but your mind doesn't believe in that, you won't be able to do it. Trust me, it worked on me, so you can try it on yourself as well. Tip number 3 is train your arch at home. I know so many people that if the only thing they changed was to learn how to do the arch properly, their bench would increase from 10 to 30 pounds immediately. The only exercise you need is what I call the bridge. Just do the same thing I do in the video for at least a few minutes a day. If you follow every step that I gave you, I promise you're not gonna hit 225, you're gonna hit 315, and faster than you think. If you found this video useful, please follow and check out my other videos.